हां मॅडम या ना ऑनलाईन. ते आपलं झूमचं जे आहे ना लिंक ते.
ओके आपल्या टॉपची.
हां टॉपची. हॅलो.
हॅलो.
हां संजय.
हॅलो.
हां संदेश बोल ना.
हा सर ते आपला पोर्टफोलिओला तो पेशंट ऍडमिट होता ना.
हां.
अश्विनी जात होते तर त्यांच्या क्लायंटचा फोन आलेला मला आता. तर ते बोलले की आमचे 3 दिवस पेंडिंग आहेत ना म्हणे ते बाबा डिस्चार्ज झाल्यानंतर आम्ही सर्व्हिस घेऊ म्हणे 3 दिवसाची.
ओके.
तर ते बोलले की आता अश्विनीला आम्ही सोडतो म्हणे घरी आम्ही 1 दिवसासाठी बोलवलं होतं हॉस्पिटलला. पण हॉस्पिटलमध्ये काय ते सगळं आहे म्हणे करणारे. तर बाकीचे जे 3 दिवस उरले ते आम्ही घरी घेऊ म्हणे सर्व्हिस बाबा डिस्चार्ज झाल्यावर 2-3 दिवसात.
ठीक आहे चालेल. तसं अश्विनीला सांगून ठेव.
मी अश्विनी सोबत बोलून घेतो सर.
मग ते हे आपल्या ह्याच्यामध्ये पण मेन्शन कर. ग्रुपवर.
अटेंडन्स मध्ये ना.
हां ग्रुपवर.
हो चालेल सर ग्रुपवर पण मी टाकून ठेवतो.
ठीक आहे.
मी ते संध्याकाळी रिपोर्ट पाठवाल ना त्याच्यातच टाकून ते.
चालेल.
हा ओके सर. सर मी पण निघू का 5 ला?
हा इकडं संतोष सरांना भेटून नाही त्यांना पण अपडेट करू.
त्यांना इन्फॉर्म करून निघणार.
ठीक. हॅलो.
हॅलो.
हां. सो तुम्ही इकडं शेअर स्क्रीन करून बघा मॅडम तुमचं होतंय का आता.
बाकीचे टॅब्स बनले होते. Can you see it?
येस. ह्याला फक्त फुल स्क्रीन करून ठेवा.
हां नाही ते फुल स्क्रीन केल्यानंतर I can't access any other thing. So meanwhile you are talking, I need to keep it off ना.
राईट.
पण मी हेच टॅब वरती ठेवेन सो बाकीच्या टॅब्सच बंद करून टाकते.
ओके.
So nobody can see anything else.
ठीक आहे चालेल. सध्या वेटिंग रूम मध्ये एक आहे A50 म्हणून गॅलेक्सी. So as we start that time I'll make it Facebook live also.
चालेल. मी पण ते हेच टाकत होते, जॉइनच नाव चालू करतोय म्हणून.
ओके.
हं.
तुम्हाला वरती ते लाईव्ह प्रिपेअरिंग काही दिसतंय का असं?
नाही, रेकॉर्डिंग दिसतंय.
ठीक आहे ना, मी अजून लाईव्ह केलं नाही आहे. मेड
हां.
इट रेडी. सो ठरलंय तसं आय विल बी स्टार्टिंग द इंट्रोडक्शन. नंतर तुम्हाला फॉरवर्ड तुमच्या मध्ये त्याच्यानंतर या ठिकाणी विल बी टॉकिंग इन अबाउट दिस अँड देन वी कॅन हॅव अ इंटरॅक्टिव्ह सेशन. असं प्लॅन करणार. पाच वाजता मी चालू करतो ऍडमिट करायला लोकांना. सध्या तरी 2 जण आहेत.
चालेल, चालेल. नो प्रॉब्लेम.
जण आहेत वेटिंग मध्ये.
Let's see. Mhm.
सध्या 6 लोक आले आहेत.
I think we'll start adding now. आज वाजलंय.
Hello everyone. We are just waiting for 5 or 7 minutes. जोपर्यंत अजून थोडे लोक जॉईन करत आहेत त्याच्यानंतर आपण चालू करू शकतो हे session.
तो श्री आहे ना, ठाकूरचा मुलगा, तो त्याचं ते हॉस्पिटल नवीन ते ह्याच आहे ना, त्याचं लेक्चर आहे आता, झूम मीटिंग. झूम वर आहे. नाही, झूम वर नाही. हम्म. हम्म.
Good evening, everyone. आम्ही जस्ट थांबलो की काही लोक अजून जॉईन करतील आणि त्याच्यानंतर आम्ही सेशन चालू करू म्हणून. सो डॉक्टर श्रीनिवास ठाकूर, सिनियर सिटीजन स्पेशलिस्ट फिजिशियन. आम्ही हे सो आम्ही हे सेशन चालू केलेलं आहे. पहिलं स्टार्टेड अ न्यू इनिशिएटिव्ह कॉल्ड एज ज्येष्ठ केअर.
Can you please be a little louder, please?
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now loud and clear.
Okay. So I am Dr. Srinivas Thakur. I am a senior citizen specialist physician practicing in Mumbai since the last 3 years. So, I'll be speaking in English, Hindi and Marathi a mixed language. बेसिकली हमने एक नया इनिशिएटिव चालू किया है ये पैंडेमिक में, तो उसको ज्येष्ठ केयर करके नाम रखा है. तो बेसिकली ये एक होम हेल्थ केयर सर्विसेज करके नया इनिशिएटिव हमने चालू किया है. स्पेशली ये कोविड के पैंडेमिक में काफ़ी सारे मेरे पेशेंट्स हैं जिनको हेल्थ केयर की ज़रूरत थी घर पे, हॉस्पिटल्स जा नहीं पा रहे थे. एंड इसी के साथ हमने ये नया और एक इनिशिएटिव चालू किया है जहाँ पे एक सपोर्ट ग्रुप मीटिंग सॉर्ट ऑफ अरेंज किया है हमने, जिसमें मंथली और ट्वाइस अ मंथ और वीकली वी विल बी प्लानिंग टू ऑर्गेनाइज सम एजुकेशनल और इंटरेक्टिव टॉक्स मोर देन लेक्चर और वेबिनार। ये हमने एक सपोर्ट ग्रुप मीटिंग रखा है। इसमें जो भी पीयर ग्रुप के मेंबर्स रहते हैं वो लोग अपना भी जो भी इश्यूज है वो शेयर कर सकते हैं, जिससे हम एक दूसरे की मदद भी कर सकते हैं। एंड इसके साथ आगे हमने प्लान किया है कि कोई ना कोई इंटरेक्टिव सेशंस भी हम रखेंगे करके। तो ये बेसिकली जो है हमने ये जो बेसिकली अभी चालू किया है पहला सेशन। आप सभी जानते हैं कि लास्ट ईयर से कोविड का पैंडेमिक जो चालू हुआ है सबके लाइफ को अफेक्ट हुआ है। एंड इसी के साथ नॉट जस्ट एल्डरली बट सारे एज ग्रुप्स को अफेक्ट हुआ है। एंड मैं खुद लाइक डॉक्टर होके मैंने कोविड में खुद काम किया है कंसल्टेंट बन के। एंड देखा है कि क्या क्या चीज़ है जो सीनियर सिटीजन्स एक्सपीरियंस कर सकते हैं इसमें। तो ये टॉपिक हमने उसी पे रखा है कि इस पैंडेमिक में अभी कोविड भले ही कम हुआ है, वापस उसके केसेस राइज हो रहे हैं। एंड अभी तक जब तक हमारे पास कोई क्यूरेटिव मेडिसिन आता नहीं है या उसके लिए कोई वैक्सीन अभी तक आता नहीं है, तब तक ये हमें इस डिजीज के साथ रहना ही है। मतलब वी हैव टू लर्न हाउ टू स्टे in a mutual coordination with this COVID वायरस और द कोरोना पैंडेमिक। तो पहला सीरीज जो हमने अरेंज किया है उसमें हमने हमारे ज्येष्ठ केयर के जो साइकोलॉजिस्ट है मृदुला जोशी, उनको एक टॉक रखने बोला था कि हाउ टू एज ग्रेसफुली इन अ पैंडेमिक सिचुएशन। तो उन्होंने कुछ स्लाइड बनाए जिसपे वो बात करेंगे अभी। एंड rather than being just a lecture, हम चाहते हैं कि ये एक इंटरैक्टिव या प्रोएक्टिव सेक्शन बने। जैसे ही उनका टॉक होता है उसके बाद जो भी आप लोगों के क्वेरीज है, डाउट्स है, यू वांट टू शेयर समथिंग, यू आर मोर देन वेलकम टू शेयर दैट विद अस। सो अभी मैं हमारे साइकोलॉजिस्ट रोजिला मैडम से रिक्वेस्ट करूँगा टू टेक ओवर एंड स्टार्ट ऑन द टॉक दैट शी हैज प्रिपेयर्ड।
All right. Thank you, Dr. Srinivas. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Good evening, everyone. My name is Mridula Joshi. I'm a counseling psychologist, a geriatric counselor, and I'm trained in rational emotive cognitive behavior therapy, cognitive behavior therapy, and family therapy. So these are all the different types of psychotherapies we practice under counseling. So today, as Dr. Srinivas has already mentioned, that I am going to talk about how to age gracefully during the pandemic situation or in the pandemic. की ओव्हरऑल पॅन्डेमिक मध्ये काय होतं, कशा प्रकारे आपल्याला कोणत्या गोष्टींना मानसिक त्रास म्हणा किंवा आजूबाजूच्या गोष्टींमुळे कोणते त्रास होतात, व्हॉट आर डिफिकल्टीज वी फेस अँड हाऊ वी कॅन कोप विथ इट इज द आय एम गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट दिस इन अ नटशेल अँड देन we can see how we can cope with these difficult times in a positive way, right? So I'll just quickly share a small presentation I have prepared for all of us, which will help us to track of what I am saying, and then we can take it ahead from there. I hope you can see the screen, all of you.
Yes.
Yeah, all right. So yes, this is the introduction, aging gracefully in pandemic, and this is about me. I am a consultant psychologist at Gesture Care, and the therapies I practice. So as I said, the overall, what are we going to talk about today is what are all the issues the pandemic. Sorry. All right. So what are all the issues the pandemic has brought to us exactly? And why, what has happened, how our lives have changed suddenly overnight since the lockdown has been announced in the first place, and what impact has it created on us, right? So it's not only about the difficulties which with the pandemic brought, but it also created an impact on us as a person, as a family, as a member of society, and how we can cope with it. That's the most important and crucial part of the entire discussion and interaction today. So let's begin with our first criteria or first factor, that what are all the issues the pandemic has brought to us. ambiguity and unpredictability about the circumstances. काय होणार आहे आता, की आता आपल्या शहरामध्ये, आपल्या देशामध्ये पसरायला लागलाय, आमच्या सोसायटीमध्ये इतक्या इतक्या लोकांना इन्फेक्शन झालंय. We don't know how suddenly the cases are rising in spite of taking all the measures from the government, from the doctors. सगळे प्रिकॉशन्स आम्ही घेत असून सुद्धा या गोष्टी घडतायत. उद्या काय होणार आहे ते माहित नाहीये. 4 दिवसांनी काय होणार आहे ते माहित नाहीये. इतकी अँबिग्युइटी सतत आपण ज्याला म्हणतो ना, की काय होणार आहे पुढे याचा काही थांगपत्ता लागत नाही. त्याच्यामुळे ही सतत धाकधूक राहते मनामध्ये. ती एक जनरल आयुष्यामध्ये आलेली आहे. काही ठराविक इन्सिडेंट्स पुरती, काही ठराविक घटनांपुरती ती आता मर्यादित नाही राहिली पॅन्डेमिकमुळे. फिअर ऑफ गेटिंग इन्फेक्शन सगळ्यात महत्त्वाची गोष्ट. आणि या वयामध्ये इफ यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट एज ग्रुप 60+ और 50+, आता आपण जसं म्हणतोय, तर सिन्स द बिगिनिंग the factor which has been actually created a lot of tension in the geriatric age group or the elderly age group is this, that elderly's immunity is not sufficient to cope with the disease, so they may take longer time to fight with the disease or infection if they get. So what if I get an infection? आपल्यासारख्या सिच्युएशन्स मध्ये बऱ्याचदा 50 बरोबर बाकीचे सगळे जोडीदार सुद्धा आलेले असतात. ब्लड प्रेशर म्हणा, डायबिटीस म्हणा, मग कोमॉर्बिड कंडिशन्स असल्यामुळे इन्फेक्शनचा अजून त्रास होतो, रिकव्हरीला वेळ खूप जास्त लागतो. ह्या गोष्टींमुळे सतत वाढणारं टेन्शन, सतत वाढणारा त्रास हा एक भाग या पॅन्डेमिकमुळे आपल्या रोजच्या आयुष्यामध्ये येऊन बसला. कॉन्स्टंट प्रेशर ऑफ न्यूली अरायझिंग चॅलेंजिंग सिच्युएशन. आता उदाहरणार्थ मध्यंतरी फक्त सुरुवातीच्या काळामध्ये फक्त केसेसचा नंबर वाढतायत एवढंच होतं. आता अचानक नवीन म्युटंट आला. नवीन म्युटंट वरती डेव्हलप झालेलं वॅक्सिन काम करणार नाही करणार, वॅक्सिन कोणाला मिळणार, कोमॉर्बिड कंडिशनसाठी असणाऱ्या लोकांना ती वॅक्सिन चालणार नाही चालणार, असं असताना बर्ड फ्लूची साथ आली. तर इतक्या अँबिग्युअस सिच्युएशन, इतक्या अनप्रेडिक्टेबल सर्कमस्टान्सेस मधनं आपण जात असताना सतत एक दडपण मनावरती राहतं. शुड आय गो आउट ऑर नो, शुड आय ईट दिस ऑर नो, शुड आय टच दिस ऑर नो इफ आय गो आउट, राईट? Even if we want to go simply for an evening walk, we are taking lot many precautions nowadays, right? And most important factor during the pandemic which has happened, most important factor which is during the pandemic has happened is some of us have got infections, some of our family members have got infections, and unfortunately some of us also have lost our loved ones to the COVID. राईट? आपल्या वयाच्या, आपल्या आजूबाजूच्या, आपल्या रोज आपल्या सोबत राहणाऱ्या लोकांना इन्फेक्शन झालं, त्रास झाला, आणि दुर्दैवाने काही लोक आपल्यासोबत नाही आहेत आज कोविडच्या इन्फेक्शनमुळे. कारण काहीही असली तरी सुद्धा ती एक सत्य घटना आहे. आणि ह्या सगळ्या गोष्टी आपल्यासोबत येताना एक रोजच्या आयुष्यामध्ये एक दडपण घेऊनच येतात. हे नवीन गोष्टी ज्याच्यासोबत आपल्याला हे न्यू नॉर्मल सोबत हे सुद्धा आलेलं आहे. ज्या काही गोष्टी याच्यामध्ये मेन्शन नाही केल्या त्या म्हणजे दिवसभरातला स्ट्रेस, की आपण जर एकत्र कुटुंबात राहणारे असू तर एरवी रोज घराबाहेर जाणारे तरुण जोडपं अचानक घरून काम करायला लागले. रोज शाळेत जाणारी नातवंड आता 24 तास घरात आहेत. मग त्याच्यामुळे कामाचा वाढलेला ताण, आपल्याकडे आता हरवलेला एकांत जो लॉकडाऊनच्या आधी आपल्याकडे बऱ्यापैकी असायचा, कारण घरात बाकी कोणी नसेल. आपण इथे आहोत आणि मुलं परदेशात आहेत, अशी जर सिच्युएशन असेल तर मग त्यांचं काय? त्यांच्या तिकडे इन्फेक्शन जास्त आहे, आम्हाला इथे काय झालं तर कोण बघणार, किंवा ते सुरक्षित आहेत ना?
Can you please stick to Hindi and English?
All right. I'll try to include Hindi as well.
Hindi and English, yeah.
Yeah. So, apart from all these factors, we also said that, we are staying here, kids are staying abroad. And if the infection rate is higher there in the European countries or in American countries, the infection rate was higher. Are they safe? Are they not safe? We are alone here. What will happen to us? All these factors have also contributed to the stress that we are facing during the pandemic situation, right? So how did it impact so this is just a small quote which I borrowed from the internet literally. But the let's look at the era when it has been said the mental pain is less dramatic than physical pain. So the factors which we spoke about, what pandemic brought to us, it has also brought a lot of mental pain, right? But the quote was quoted in the era, and now the mental pain is not less dramatic. I would say it's equal in today's time. So what impact has it created on us? ह्याचा काय परिणाम झालाय आपल्यावरती? क्या क्या असर हुआ है इसका? So when I'm saying, I know you can read on the slides. When I'm saying about anxiety, depression, post-traumatic stress syndromes or obsessive compulsive syndromes, I'm not talking in clinical diagnosable categories, but I am talking about a general response to the pandemic situation, right? एक नॉर्मल रिस्पॉन्स म्हणून काय घडलंय? सतत भीती, धाकधूक, काय होणार आहे, काय नाही होणार आहे. Anxiety has increased overall, right? What is going to happen now? We have started also developing an anticipatory anxiety. Before we go out, we are extremely precautious, like depression or dysthymia, where we really feel sad. उदासीनता, नैराश्य हे दिवसभरामध्ये एक आलेलं आहे because our activities are suddenly limited to staying in the house, right? um yeah, post-traumatic stress syndrome is basically related to if you have had infection or if someone else around you have an infection, and the overall experience of going through the infection and the journey is quite traumatic. And you know the trauma during the infection you have had has still stayed with you, right? And you're still coping with it. Obsessive compulsive behaviors now, because the infection is spreading, if we touch any surfaces which has virus, we are constantly washing our hands and putting sanitizers. Even if we go out, we use sanitizers 10 times. And till what extent it can go in a general normal everyday life. So I know one woman who in everyday life anyway would prefer being clean and tidy, but since the pandemic has begun, everything she brings home, she washes, including our currency notes. So she washes currency notes, right? The life has been disturbed to this extent that, oh, the notes may carry infection, so I want to wash it and dry it, right? Before I use it again. So this is an impact it has created on us. It may not be in a diagnosable category. You may not develop a psychiatric illness when I talk about all these terms, but this is a response to the situation which is going on outside. So how can we cope with it, right? This is where we are going to actually elaborate and take small steps and discuss in everything in detail. Setting routines. Importance of having routines in relation to overall health. रूटीन म्हणजे काय असतं मुळातच? क्या होता है रूटीन? सुबह उठना, खाना खाना, दोपहर का खाना खाना, 2 घंटे सोना, ये सिर्फ रूटीन नहीं है, एक शेड्यूल है, right? Routine is inclusive of all the activities which you plan during the day, right? Let's see what are the types we have. There is physical routine. An individual can have mental routine, social routine, spiritual routine, and professional routine. So physical routine, what does it include? Physical routine includes your diet, your exercises, your other routine health checkups. How do you take care of yourself physically to stay healthy physically, right? Do you follow a specific diet? Do you eat at appropriate times and appropriate quantities? You need to keep focus on that, right? As you take care of your physical health and you keep want to stay healthy physically, you also would want to stay healthy and fit mentally, right? All those factors which we spoke about in a previous slide, anxiety, depression, constant pressure, stress, या सगळ्यामुळे जो एक ताण निर्माण होतो, जो स्ट्रेस क्रिएट होता है, to de-stress yourself and to cope with whatever is going out inside the houses and outside in the society, you need to have a routine to include exercises. To feel mentally calm and composed, you need to do as you include the physical exercises, for maybe you can go for a walk or do some yoga with the instructor. You can do some other meditation exercises, for example, to keep your mental health healthy, right? Social routine. It is extremely important at this age to stay connected with people who make you feel healthy and happy, right? So, calling up with your friends, having a chat with them, calling up your relatives, right? So, many of us do that, right? But we need to check with ourselves when we are talking, when we are trying to improve our health condition, and when we are saying that I want to improve my social relations, what am I really doing? We also need to reflect back. बऱ्याचदा असं होतं, बहुत बार ऐसा होता है कि हम कोई फैमिली रिलेशंस को फोन करते हैं और कुछ गॉसिप चलता रहता है और फिर बाद में हमें बहुत इरिटेशन होता है कि अरे इसने बहुत तंग कर दिए, राइट? यू नीड टू रिफ्लेक्ट, हाउ डू आई फील after I have a conversation with this particular person. If your answer is positive, you need to promote that for your own well-being, right? If you think that I'm not really feeling good with this conversation or this type of conversations, you need to put a limit to it. You can't cut it off, but you can put a limit to it, right? Spiritual, now spiritual, yes, there are spiritual meaning, there are people who will believe in God and who are fond of doing rituals related to God, can always develop the spiritual routine. हमारे संस्कृति में ये एक रूटीन रहता है, एक आदत रहती है कि सुबह उठने के बाद, नहाने के बाद पूजा करते हैं, दिन भर का काम होने के बाद शाम को वापस दिया जलाते हैं भगवान के सामने और वापस एक प्रेयर करते हैं, प्रार्थना करते हैं. संध्याकाळी दिवा लावून संध्या करतात काही जण, किंवा काही स्तोत्र म्हणतात, काही वाचतात. कुछ लोग भजन को जाते हैं, कुछ लोग कुछ पढ़ते हैं, जैसे गीता पढ़ते हैं या कुछ हनुमान चालीसा पढ़ते हैं, और जो भी उनको कंफर्टेबल है वो पढ़ते हैं. यू कैन डेवलप दीज रूटीन्स, राइट? Being spiritual also, for this is for people who believe in God. Now, does spiritual routine means that you have to follow God? No. What does spirituality mean? Spirituality means staying connected with yourself, with your soul, with your inner person, right? So if you're not a person who would want to do all these activities related to going to the temple and actually going to the bhajan, you can spend the time being connected with yourself. Doing meditation is one of the very good options when it comes to spiritual routines, right? Which helps you to calm down and keep your mental health stable. Professional. Now, this is an age where many of you are on the verge of retiring or would retire soon or have already retired, right? But you have retired from that job, from the profession in that particular company, right? But your profession is still with you. If you're a doctor, you're still a doctor. Maybe you're not going to the hospital regularly, but you're still a doctor. If you were a teacher, you are not going to the school anymore, but you're still a teacher, right? What activities can you do now to keep your professional post-retirement activities? You can keep them into the daily routine. You can practice something. If you're a teacher, maybe you can just help some students around you who are preparing for exams. Especially in the current times when children are not going to the school in person, this is the very good activity to include if you are a teacher or if you like teaching someone, right? So these are all the one of the categories and one of the coping skills we can include. Yeah. I hope all of you are following what I'm saying. Am I audible?
Yes, and very interesting also. You are covering subject nicely.
All right. Thank you very much for that quick feedback. That really motivates me. Yeah. So the second set of skills. Now let's spend a little more time on this, right? Rather than just talking about routine and including many other activities. Now many of us, as I said, there are many stressors around us. Let's just take one example that we are staying in a joint family, for example, and you have your kids and maybe your son and his family staying with you. They were working outside since 10 months, they are locked inside, so they are working from home. Their child who used to go to school is also at home. So it's a chaos in the house now. Of course, that gives a lot of room to have disagreements with many things, because before you also had a schedule, or you had a pattern to a day when they go off for work and school, right? Now that is lost. So what are the triggers or signs or symptoms which I can identify when I am feeling disturbed? Let's put it in a general term. Let's not put it in a criteria of I'm feeling anxious or depressed, or I'm feeling angry. Let's just say I'm feeling disturbed. I'm not feeling positive. I'm feeling disturbed. So what are the triggers? How do I identify? There are physical symptoms, there are mental symptoms, and there are behavioral symptoms. All right. So physically, maybe my palpitation starts, I start sweating, breath my breath starts becoming short, I find it difficult to catch on the breath, right? Or maybe I just feel the gush of blood over all my body, my head has gone hot, my ears are hot, whatever, or I start having tremors in the entire body, right? These are some of the symptoms which you can identify, and each one of you will have आप हर एक को yes right आप हर एक को different symptom आएगा, right? So it's not you need to identify कि मुझे कौन से symptoms आ रहे हैं, वो आपको देखना है, और वो हिसाब से आपको आइडेंटिफाई करना है कि these are my symptoms. Now triggers, right? When do I get it? ये मुझे कब होता है, right? कौन सी चीज होने के बाद मेरा पैल्पिटेशन बढ़ता है, मेरा ट्रेमर्स बढ़ता है, और ये मेरा स्वेटिंग चालू होता है. These are the physical symptoms. Now mental symptoms, usually, and the most common mental symptom is the race of thought which does not stop in your head or in your mind, right? कुछ जो डिस्टर्बिंग इवेंट्स है, वहां से जो विचार चालू होते हैं आपके मन में, वो रुकते ही नहीं है, वो कहीं से कहाँ पहुंच जाता है आपको खुद को पता नहीं चलता, and you find it very difficult to stop that race of thoughts, right? So we spoke about physical symptoms, we spoke about mental symptoms, behavioral symptoms. Now, what do I do when I feel disturbed? Do I shout? Do I yell at people? Do I use offensive language? मैं चिल्लाता हूँ दूसरों के ऊपर, उनको आरोप रखता हूँ, या फिर मैं रोती हूँ, मैं चुप हो जाती हूँ, मैं अकेला बैठना पसंद करती हूँ, मुझे गुस्सा आता है, क्या होता है? You need to identify in all these three criteria, whatever you can pick from any of these. ये तीनों क्राइटेरियाज में से एक भी चीज अगर आप पिकअप कर सकते हो खुद के लिए, so that's one of the interesting thing, or many not interesting, but that's one of the important thing to take a next step, right? That what do you want to do next is relax. Now relax meaning it's not just a word that you go to the bed and lie down. Relaxing means taking a control of the situation which you feel is going out of your control, right? Grounding is one of the technique which we will talk about just by the end of this slide, right? Meditation and any other techniques which has helped you in past. Sorry for the typing mistake, it didn't get corrected. Any other technique. So now of course we will have a practice of some of them, but is there anything which you're already doing? Is there anything which already has helped you in the past, जिसने आपको पहले भी मदद हो चुकी है? ऐसे कोई भी तरीके से आप खुद को शांत करने का प्रयत्न कर सकते हैं, right? So as I said, demonstration of breathing and grounding techniques. So let's go to the point number 2 and connect it with point number 4. Before I demonstrate it for all of you, I would want all of you to quickly think of one of the distressing event since morning, whatever has happened to you. सुबह से आपके साथ जो भी डिस्ट्रेसिंग इवेंट हुआ है, जिसकी वजह से आपको स्ट्रेस लगा है, डर लगा है, गुस्सा आया है, उदास लगा है, आई वांट यू टू थिंक ऑफ दैट एंड rate it on the scale of 1 to 10. 1 being minimum, 1 मतलब सबसे कम, 10 मतलब सबसे ज्यादा. ये स्केल पे आपको कितना गुस्सा आया, कितना दुखी हुआ, कितना डर लगा, ये सोच के quickly put it in a chat box. Very quickly. I give you 10 seconds to do that. Right? All of you, I want you to do this. सुबह से आपको जो भी डिस्ट्रेसिंग सिचुएशन हुई है घर में, कुछ ना कुछ तो हुआ होगा, या कल के दिन में जो हुआ है, आई वॉन्ट यू टू रेट इट ऑन द स्केल ऑफ 1 to 10, 1 being minimum, 10 being maximum, and put it in a chat box very quickly. Yeah, I'm checking it. 8, 5, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We have only 2 responses. 3, 4, all right. So there is 5, there is 3. Anyone else? People? Quickly. Okay. 4. Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah. और किसी को लिखना है? All right. Yeah.
I
So
want to write. Where is
you
it?
you can put it in a chat box, sir. Chat box में डाल सकते हैं आप.
Chat box किधर है?
आप फोन पे से ऑपरेट कर
Some
रहे
of us may not be able to know what is chat box.
हैं.
So I
Right.
think
So
let him
just
talk.
so you can quickly unmute and say, if you don't know how to put it in a chat box, just unmute yourself, say the number, and mute yourself again. Quickly.
Sir, please go to more,
Which number?
more, MORE. You can see in the extreme, on the extreme
Right.
right hand side bottom, you can see 3 dots and more, right?
Yeah.
So click on that more. Over there, you will see 4
Yes.
options: raise hand, disconnect audio, chat.
Yeah. So, and don't worry, people who can't put in, जो नहीं लिख सकते chat box में, ये आपका एग्जाम नहीं है, so don't worry. But you remember it for yourself, right? कि ये मेरा नंबर है कि मुझे इतना गुस्सा आया था या मुझे इतना डिस्ट्रेस लगा था, right? So now let's start doing the exercise. Okay. So when I'm talking about breathing exercise, it's not as just sitting and we are doing breathing. I'm going to I will just quickly show it to you. First elaborate it and show it to you. मैं आपको पहले बताऊंगी, explain करूंगी, दिखाऊंगी, and then I will want you to do it with me, right? Breathing exercise is broken into 3 parts. To make it easy for you, I will keep all numbers same. So 4 counts में हम उसके 3 divide करेंगे 4 counts में. So for 4 counts, we need to inhale, सांस अंदर लेनी है. 4 counts हमें वो सांस को पकड़ के रखना है, और अगले 4 counts वो सांस को छोड़ना है. We need to inhale for 4 counts, hold the breath for 4 counts, and exhale for 4 counts. All right? Yeah. I would want all of you to put your cameras on and start doing it with me. We will do 5 cycles together, right? I'll start counting. I'm going to put the gallery view on so that I can see all of you. Yeah, I'll start counting now. 1, 2, 3, start. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4. I will want you to continue breathing in this pattern while I introduce the grounding technique. Okay, you can keep breathing slowly and as deep as possible. Now I want you to see 5 things around you. आपके आजू बाजू में जो 5 चीज आपको दिखाई दे रही है वो उसके ऊपर कंसंट्रेट करना है, एक के ऊपर एक के बाद एक, और उनको सिर्फ देखना नहीं है, उनको डिटेल्स में देखना है। तो अगर आपका घर का पर्दा है तो वो पर्दे का कलर का शेड क्या है, उसके ऊपर लाइंस डिजाइन्स कैसी है, राइट। अगर आपके बाजू में कुशन है तो वो कुशन का डिजाइन कैसे है, कुशन के ऊपर के उसके अंदर सर्कल्स है नहीं है। आई वॉन्ट यू टू पे वेरी क्लोज अटेंशन टू ऑल ऑफ देम, राइट। 5 things around you which you can see, 5 चीजें जो आप देख सकते हैं। Now I want you to concentrate on 4 sounds which you can hear around you. 4 आवाज आपके आजू बाजू के I want you to concentrate on. 4 आवाज पे concentrate करना है, right? Which you usually don't pay attention to. कभी कभी हमारे खिड़की के बाहर कौवा चिल्लाता रहता है या कोई और हमिंग बर्ड वगैरह जो सीजनल है, अभी माइग्रेशन पीरियड में आते हैं, वी डोंट पे अटेंशन टू देम। 4 different sounds, even the sound of the fan जो हमारे ऑटोमेटिक फंक्शनिंग में हमें पता नहीं चलता, right? Maybe just a traffic passing by with some construction work happening far away, right? Now I want you to touch 3 things around you. Touch 3 चीजों को आपको अपने हाथ से छूना है। It can be as simple in your reachable area, maybe the fabric you are wearing. Yeah. So if I'm touching it, what texture it is, what is the softness, right? Is it a denim? Is it a cotton? Is it comfortable? Is it stretching? If I have a bottle around me, I will hold and try to feel the shape of the bottle, right? And if I have probably a mug of a coffee, right? Is it warm? Is it hot? I will want to feel the warmth of the cup through the tertiary sensation, right? By touching it. Yeah. Now I want you to experience 2 smells around you. आपके आजू बाजू में कौन से भी 2 नए स्मेल्स है, रूम फ्रेशनर का और द परफ्यूम यू आर यूजिंग, राइट, और मस्किटो रेपेलेंट का, कोई भी, but 2 different smells. Or if you are sipping your tea or coffee, smell it. For example, if you are sipping your coffee, smell it and inhale the smell. Let it settle down with you. Experience the entire fragrance, right? And the last thing is one thing which you can taste. Of course, I understand that you might not have something around right now just to bite, but if you have, and if it is possible for you, just put a bite, put a small piece of something in your mouth, maybe a biscuit or so. Try and focus on each crumb of the cookie or biscuit you take a bite of. Try to experience the butter of it, the granular texture of it, right? Is it the roast of it, the flavor of the cookie you are having? Yeah. And now I would want you to start breathing normally as possible. All right, everyone? Yeah. So assuming that you have done this exercise, now I want you to rate the distress again on the scale of 1 to 10. आफ्टर द एक्सरसाइज अभी आपको वो सेम इवेंट के बारे में कितना डिस्ट्रेस लगता है? इज इट स्टिल 8 और इज इट इवन 7? अगर ये 7 भी है in the span of 2 minutes, then it's a progress, right? I want you to put it in a chat box again. 8 to what? 4, for example, now Mrs. Seema has written 4. Now 4 to what? Now how distressed do you feel about the same event, right? People who can't put it in a chat box, you just can unmute and say the number, right? As Captain Haridas said, 5 to 4, 8 to 4, 8 to 6, 2, right? See, if we just take this example, we have done it only for 2 to 3 minutes, right? If you practice it more, you will experience the more relaxation and more calming exercise, no calming experience of this exercise. Now, is it something made up in our minds, or it has a scientific evidence? It definitely does have a scientific evidence. See, the logic is very simple. When you inhale a lot of oxygen, the blood supply to the brain increases, right? So the flight mode or the fright mode the brain goes into, basically the freak out moment starts getting under the control. जो एक बहल जाता है मन, राइट? जब हमारे दिमाग को ब्लड सप्लाई होता है, ब्लड सप्लाई मिलता है, रक्त का, खून का उनको जब सप्लाई मिलता है, तब हम चीजें ज्यादा कंट्रोल कर पा सकते हैं, राइट? Yeah, so more you do the, now this is a breathing technique. Simply, you can do it wherever you are sitting and do it, right? Even if you are sitting in a bus, you are flying somewhere, or you are just sitting in a corner in your balcony, you can do it to help yourself to calm down, right? It doesn't need anything any special gadget or equipment. Yeah, and moving on to next. Importance of indulging or including positive activities in a day, right? Now, what happens when we speak about gratitude, staying in here and now, and mindfulness? So, grounding technique is one of the techniques in mindfulness. Mindfulness is an idea which talks about focusing on the moment we have, right? Rather than thinking about what has happened in the past or what is going to happen, rather than being scared about the future. क्या होने वाला है? Today is all what we have, right? So let's make most of it. आज का दिन मेरे पास है, कल का जो हो गया है, वो जो बीत गया है, उसे मैं बदल नहीं सकती, आने वाले कल के बारे में कुछ बता नहीं सकती. So let's just enjoy what is happening today, right? Gratitude is one of the activities, if we follow it every day, has proven scientifically that it promotes a lot of positive thinking and positive feeling in an individual. You can do a simple activity. Many people prefer keeping gratitude journal by the end of the day. आज का दिन खत्म होने तक या कल का दिन चालू करने के पहले, some people prefer writing a gratitude journal. आज के पूरे दिन में या कल के पूरे दिन में जो भी 3 अच्छी चीजें मेरे साथ हुई है, वो मैं लिखती हूँ, and I express my thankfulness towards it. It doesn't need to be big, right? कुछ बड़ी चीज होने की जरूरत नहीं है, but it can be as small thing as, uh, I fed a stray dog today, right? Or I did pet the stray dog today and I felt better. इतनी छोटी चीज भी अगर हम उसके ऊपर फोकस करेंगे, हम उसे वैल्यू देंगे, तो ही उसका वैल्यू हमारे अंदर इंक्लूड होके हमारा पॉजिटिव फीलिंग बढ़ेगा, राइट? Staying here and now, as I said, staying here today, let's make most of today rather than thinking about what has happened in the past and anticipating that something is going to happen in the future, right? Just like this, old granny who is enjoying her moment and cannot happily taking the picture. Many of us might have read this book named Ikigai, The Secret of Japanese Long Life, right? On the island of Japan. the island is known for longest living people. They have 10 simple principles for their life. And that's why they stay, they live longer more than 100 years, right? The principles are as simple as this: spending time with positive people, spending time with whomever people they feel happy with, having a simple life, having a healthy diet, सकस आहार आपण ज्याला म्हणतो, साधी राहणी, सकस आहार, ह्या सगळ्या गोष्टी, आपल्या आनंदी राहणं, आपल्या आजूबाजूच्या लोकांबद्दल, staying connected with the nature. Now many of us are staying in the metropolitan cities, so actually having a huge garden is not possible, right? But to keep, include one activity in our daily routine, we can just start having a small balcony garden. If you have a small terrace or a big terrace to your house, you can actually start garden. There is something called gachhi varchi sheti nowadays. The trend is quite famous. People do farming in their terrace, right? They grow vegetables, and they also plant some small vegetables like brinjals and ladyfingers and curry leaves, those kind of vegetables. But the activity keeps you connected with the nature, and you have it in a routine, right? झाडावर आपल्या बाल्कनीतल्या वेलीवरती आलेलं गोकर्णाचं फूल सुद्धा खूप आनंद देतं, जर ते आपण आपल्या हाताने लावलेलं असेल तर. Staying here and now is about that. The pandemic situation is like this. Now the vaccine has come. When are we going to get it? Is it going to be helpful or not? Now the second wave has already hit the entire world, but we haven't got the hit yet. But will we get the second hit or no? Will we get the second wave or no? नवीन म्युटंटचं काय, त्याचे पण आता बरेचसे रुग्ण व्हायला लागले. सो रादर दॅन जस्ट फोकसिंग ऑन ऑल दिस डिस्ट्रेसफुल activities in a day, those are going to be there, right? The farmers' riots are going to be there. The pandemic situation is going to be there. And as Dr. Srinivas rightly said in the beginning of the session, we have to live with this now, right? So rather than just living in a fearful atmosphere all the time, let's focus on what we have and enjoy most of it, right? Let's enjoy because things which we don't have control on, there is no point in talking about and thinking about them and disturbing our everyday lives. Let's adapt to the new normal and make most of it, right? This is about why it is important to have these activities in our daily routine. Yeah. And thank you from my side. Now, anyone has any questions, any doubts, or anyone would want to share something?
Okay. Thank you, Mrudula, for such a interesting and interactive talk that you had given. अभी हमारे साथ कुछ सीनियर एंड एक्सपीरियंस पर्सनल भी आए हैं इस सेशन के लिए, तो उनको भी मैं इनवाइट करूंगा कि अगर वो कुछ वैल्यूएबल टिप्स देना चाहते हैं हमारे इस ग्रुप को, तो सबसे पहले आई थिंक प्रोफेसर नासरीन रुस्तफरम है यहाँ पे. मैडम इज द प्रोफेसर ऑफ टाटा इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ सोशल साइंस में, एंड शी इज द हेड ऑफ सेंटर फॉर लाइफ लॉन्ग लर्निंग, एंड वहाँ के मेन प्रोफेसर है वो. तो मैं मैडम को रिक्वेस्ट करूँगा कि अगर वो 2 मिनट्स के लिए कुछ बात कर सके एंड कुछ एक्स्ट्रा टिप्स या वैल्यूएबल टिप्स शेयर करें ये ग्रुप के साथ.
वेरी मच डॉक्टर ठाकुर. मैं तो सिर्फ पार्टिसिपेंट बन के आई थी. मैंने सोचा कि मृदुला जी क्या बात कर रही है वो थोड़ा सा सुनती हूँ, और अगर इससे सपोर्ट ग्रुप में रहने से मेरा भी कुछ फ़ायदा हो जाए तो अच्छा ही होगा. तो आपने मुझे 2 शब्द कहने के लिए आमंत्रित किया है. थैंक यू वेरी मच. तो मृदुला जी ने बहुत ही सिंपल और सुलभ तरीके से बताया एक्चुअली कि छोटी छोटी चीज़ें भी हम क्या अपने कंट्रोल में जो है वो कर सकते हैं. और मेरे ख्याल से ये जो उन्होंने शब्द या एक सुझाव जो उन्होंने दिया कि हम अपने आप पर किस तरह से नियंत्रण रख सकते हैं, इसके ऊपर अगर हम ध्यान देंगे तो अच्छा रहेगा. ये बात उनकी मुझे बहुत अच्छी लगी. और उन्होंने 2 टेक्निक भी बताए। ये भी मुझे बहुत लगा कि ये दोनों जो थे ग्राउंडिंग के लिए और ब्रीदिंग एक्सरसाइजेस, ये दोनों आसानी से हम कर सकते हैं, ऐसी बातें हैं। और हाँ, ये सच है, हमको इन आज जो हालात हैं उसमें हमको और कुछ समय मुझे लगता है रहना पड़ेगा। और रोज कोई नई बात आने वाली है कि 2 हफ्ते पहले जो वैक्सीन के बारे में बात नहीं थी कि कौन सा वैक्सीन लिया जाए, तो आज लोग सोच रहे हैं हम ए वैक्सीन लें या बी वैक्सीन लें, तो उसकी भी चिंता हो गई है। फिर काफी लोग सोच रहे हैं कि लेने के भी अगर दिन और महीने लगने वाले हैं तब तक ही पता चलेगा, तो फिर अब उस पर भी चिंता कर रहे हैं कि वो 2 महीने में फिर मैं क्या करूं। तो ऐसा है कि हर बात की एक प्रक्रिया होती है। तो जब हम छोटे थे तो क्या हम माँ के पेट से ही चलते हुए निकले थे? नहीं। क्या हम बात करते हुए निकले थे? नहीं। तो बच्चों बात करने लगते हैं कुछ समय लगता है, चलने लगते हैं कुछ समय लगता है। तो हर चीज की एक प्रक्रिया होती है, एक प्रोसेस होती है। तो वैक्सीन आ गई है, पर वैक्सीन सफल होने के लिए उसकी प्रक्रिया जारी रहेगी। तो हमको एक सुलभता, there is something like a natural process for things to happen, and actually we know वो नैसर्गिक है। तो जो नैसर्गिक है, जो ऑर्गेनिक है, तो उसके साथ हम थोड़ा सा फ्लो करेंगे तो ये मेरे ख्याल से अच्छा रहेगा। और जैसा हम बच्चों को बड़ा करते हैं, हम बच्चों से उम्मीद नहीं करते कि दूसरे महीने में वो बात करने लग जाए और मम्मी और पापा को हाँक मारे। तो उसी तरह से हम एक वैक्सीन या किसी मेडिकल साइंस से भी ऐसा एक्सपेक्ट नहीं कर सकते कि 2-3 महीने में ही सब कुछ ठीक हो जाएगा और जैसा हम। तो ये जो है कि जैसा था वैसा ही हो जाए, ये बात जो है इसके साथ हमको थोड़ा जूझना है। आवर स्ट्रगल इज विद दैट वी डोंट वांट टू चेंज एक्चुअली। सो that struggle, it will happen, it will go on. All of us will have our own levels of resilience. कुछ लोग पर्सनालिटी से ही थोड़े एंशियस टाइप होते हैं, कुछ लोग थोड़े मन चले और आराम से जीने वाले होते हैं। तो हमारी पर्सनालिटी के साथ भी ये थोड़ा सा चलता है, हम कितनी हद तक टॉलरेट करेंगे और कितनी हद तक हम फिर कहाँ हम कंटाल जाएंगे। सो नेचुरली it's okay, let's give ourselves time, let's be patient with ourselves, and let's be kind to ourselves. Let us not have an expectation that we should be like somebody else, this way or that way. Let's just be nice to ourselves, kind to ourselves. बहुत मुश्किल समय है और हमें अपने आप को सहानुभूति देना है, ऐसा मैं कहूँगी।
थैंक यू प्रोफेसर नासरीन, आपने जो टिप्स दिए उसके लिए। अभी दूसरे हमारे पास डॉक्टर रेखा भाटकांडे मैडम है। मैडम एक सीनियर फिजिशियन है, सुश्रुषा हॉस्पिटल के कभी डीन भी रह चुके हैं, एंड उन्होंने दिलासा नाम का एक ग्रुप भी काफ़ी सालों से चालू किया, एक सपोर्ट ग्रुप फॉर सीनियर सिटीजन्स। तो मैडम को भी मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा अगर वो कुछ 2 शब्द बोल पाए हमारे इस ग्रुप के साथ। तो रेखा मैम।
Thank you, Dr. Srinivas. First and foremost, let me congratulate you for this new venture that you have started. And I would like to thank Mridula for for an excellent presentation. And because we are in these very difficult times, मैं आपको एक बता सकती हूँ मृदुला कि जो senior citizens, जो admit हुए थे कोविड बीमारी के लिए जो एडमिट हुए थे, उनमें जो हमने जो साइकोलॉजिकल प्रॉब्लम्स देखे, ये बहुत ही अलग तरीके के थे।
I understand that.
One कि क्या हुआ मृदुला is that unfortunately ये बीमारी ऐसी निकली कि the patient had to come by himself, get admitted, उनके साथ कोई रिश्तेदार नहीं थे, कोई सेफ्टी नेट नहीं थी, you know, it was only the hospital staff and the patient. Okay, so जिधर usually senior citizens में जब हम बीमार होते हैं, हमारे actual जो डिसीजन लेते हैं वो है हमारी फैमिली, you know, हमारे बच्चे, हमारे स्पाउस, बच्चे, you know, other रिश्तेदार, and इधर हमें on the spot decision लेना पड़ता था. Meaning we have seen that senior citizens who they were admitted in wards or rooms, and then suddenly there was a collapse, the saturation came down, उनको not just oxygen की गरज थी, लेकिन उनको ICU में शिफ्ट करना पड़ा. Now usually all this is always taken care of by relatives. हाँ, उनको ICU में लेके जाना, okay, हम consent दे देंगे, you know. Here the senior citizen had to take that responsibility instantaneously, meaning there was no time to waste, you know. He actually on the you know, from the ward to the ICU on the trolley, you know, the consents were taken, and this was quite a shocking thing for a senior citizen. The other thing is कि they जो रोज, you know, थोड़ा सा जो दिलासा मिलता है कि हमारे relatives आए, हमें मिले, हम उनको साथ you know, बात कर सकते, complain कर सकते, you know, hospital ने ये नहीं किया, वो नहीं किया, all that was not there. But all hospitals ने एक किया था कि जो mobile phones थे, even ICU में, actually हम नहीं allow करते हैं, but we allowed mobile phones. And not only that, हमारे staff क्या करते थे कि in certain cases where the anxiety level of relatives was very high, or the ones who were phoning in, or the anxiety level of the patient was very high, then we actually used to have arranged video calls, you know, so relatives could see their patient and the patient could see their relatives. So yeah, during this COVID, so I just want to tell all senior citizens, everybody is there to help. मदद करने के लिए लोग हैं. ये नई सिचुएशन है. जैसे सिचुएशन बढ़ती है, जैसे सिचुएशन चेंज होती है, वैसे मदद करने वाले भी और कुछ सीखते हैं. Dr. Srinivas is actually taking rounds in COVID, you know, wards, and he knows that how vulnerable everybody can be in this situation. So I don't think the senior citizens should be very worried. If by any chance they have, they need to go into a hospital in these very trying times, don't worry. Yes, the rules have changed, but the care is the same, and in fact even more, because now the hospital staff, the doctors become your closest you know, relatives, I would say. So you know, I think that is one thing that has come out of this whole COVID thing, is that even the patient care has enhanced, whether it's home care or hospital care or even telemedicine. Even on telemedicine, doctors are, you know, where they didn't like patients ringing them up over and over and over again. Now doctors are responding on the phone. So मुझे ऐसा लगता है from a healthcare provider point of view, I feel that this COVID has actually brought the senior citizen and the healthcare community closer together. You know, it's become closer, it's better. I feel that we, as a healthcare provider, I would say that we are definitely making a great effort to see that physical, mental, emotional health and social health of the senior citizen is actually being addressed. And, you know, so that's from me, from I think my whole healthcare provider community to all the people here. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Rekha, ma'am, for your valuable advice. I can see Captain Haridas. Please, sir, if you can tell few words. We have time.
Yeah, thank you. First of all, let me thank Mridula Joshi for giving interesting talk. It was quite nice and very focused and very useful. Giving practical tips, especially the grounding techniques. We really appreciate. Now, about me, I am Captain Haridas, retired from Navy, but not tired. So we have a lot of social activities for senior citizens I have been organizing. And I just want to know one thing. Now this Shrestha Care, can you have anything on to do with now I think what your patients or you're talking about, those who are not patients, but they want to have to enjoy retired life. In fact, we have organizing brain therapy, even we do Zumba dance. Our youngest member is 91-year-old.
Wow.
So like that. So we enjoy retired life. So we want somebody to can have sessions like this. Because before pandemic, we had a nice session at least thrice a week. We meet 1 day, 5 days yoga session and things like that. So now we are slightly cut off, but we are in the process of restarting that one. So is it possible for you to because we are all healthy people, and as I said earlier, most of them are retired but not tired, and they are quite active, enjoying life. So is it possible to be in touch with you and some sort of sessions like this?
Definitely, sir. We would be glad to be of help because, like I said in the beginning, we are planning to have this try to have this at least twice a month. We have different sessions basically. The
Okay.
first we thought is Rekha ma'am also told, I had been working in COVID and the pandemic. I mean, the cases have decreased, but the virus is still there, and the second wave is going to come. US and UK में already second wave आना चालू हो गया है, and it is just about time when it hits India again. So and मैंने कोविड में काम किया तो मैंने देखा है कि काफी मैं कंसल्टेंट था आईसीयू में.
No, actually, to very frank, regarding this Corona, COVID, and all, we are fed over hearing it. We want something different to hear. No.
Yes.
To be very frank, sorry for saying that.
No, I understand. But कैसे है कि I have personally seen so many people lose their loved ones, and to be really frank, I myself have gotten infected with COVID in August, and fortunately I wasn't hospitalized for 1 month. I was at home isolated, and that was the time when I was introspecting कि what are the different things, because being a doctor we just see the patient over there and that's it, it's done. उसके बाद आगे का ज़्यादा होता नहीं कि फैमिली के ऊपर से क्या जा रहा है या सीनियर सिटीजन्स क्या उनके लाउड वन से क्या जा रहा है. सो वी थॉट दिस इज द फर्स्ट सेशन शुड बी राइट बिकॉज as you rightly said कि people are now fed up about COVID, but we still have to keep that in mind. And what is, like I said, we have to live with this till we get a curative medicine or a vaccine or some other thing is there which comes into picture. So what is it that can be done for the people who are there, who can, their stress can be relieved. And another thing is, down the line we are going to take some sessions like yoga or Zumba or some mentally stimulating activities, some physiotherapy. Obviously यहाँ पे अभी social media platform like Zoom and all only we can do, because right now even group meetings, physical meetings is not advisable. So we'll definitely stay in touch with you, sir, and whenever we have the next session or next meeting, we will be sharing it with all the participants.
Thank you, Srinivas.
Gotten infected with COVID in August and physiotherapy. Anyone else would like to share their experiences? Anyone else in the crowd wants to share something or discuss something? This is basically a support group है. It is not just a lecture or anything. इसमें आप feelings भी share कर सकते हैं. जो बाकी members है वो लोग help करने को देख सकते हैं आपको.
And we are also ready to be a support. No, some other activity if you want us to join, we can spare some time.
Yes, sir. हम चाहते हैं कि जो भी क्राउड है वो प्रोएक्टिवली रहे rather than just मिस्टर प्रभाकर को कुछ कहना है क्या? उन्होंने हैंड रेस किया था. सो ये सपोर्ट ग्रुप है बेसिकली. ऐसा नहीं है कि सिर्फ हम लेक्चर ले रहे हैं और सिर्फ एक या दो जन को बुला रहे हैं. जिसको भी जो भी फीलिंग्स शेयर करना है वो कर सकते हैं. एंड अगर किसी को कुछ सजेशंस भी देना हो कि डाउन द लाइन, क्योंकि ये हमारा फर्स्ट ग्रुप सपोर्ट ग्रुप मीटिंग है, तो इसको हम कैसे इम्प्रूव करें या और क्या क्या ऐड कर सकते हैं टू मेक इट मोर इंटरैक्टिव. बिकॉज ऐसा नहीं है कि हमें सिर्फ बोलना है एंड ये एंड करना है. We want people basically to participate also, so that their issues can also be resolved. For that we have created this initiative.
Can I say something?
Yes, sir.
Okay, my name is Gopal. I'm a member of Dilasa also.
Okay.
Currently, I am living alone. You know, my sons are abroad. My wife is no more. And like Dr. Rekha was just now telling one example, this person was alone in the hospital. This can happen to many people here. You know, I know there's some ladies who live alone, I mean, by themselves. So in the hospital, when you go there, I mean, many times they insist that there has to be somebody else. You know, I mean, when I have to go for something, I mean, I have to ask one of my friends or relatives to come with me, you know. Can that be avoided? Is there anything that can be done as a policy for all the hospitals or something? Just a thought, you know, just a thought.
So basically, it is always the hospital. And what happens is, if you're getting admitted as a patient, the hospital always wants that some relative or some proxy is there who can make a decision for the patient if something needs to be done. So as of now, I don't know whether any policy can be brought in, but if any senior doctors over here can answer this better, like Dr. Rekha.
See, Srinivas, I think this is where this whole living will is going to come into play, you know, something that we have not yet taken up very seriously, where a senior citizen who is alone and will have to face quite a few decision taking alone. And then in that case, what we are now actually promoting is that people should make a living will. So what does a living will mean? It actually means an advance directive to the doctor. That means Dr. Srinivas is given an advance directive from me that Dr. Srinivas, if I need to be hospitalized and any treatment needs to be given to me, these are the things I don't want you to do for me, and these are the things I don't mind if you do for me. And I think it's about time the living will is taken up very seriously in our country, because one thing, Captain Haridas, sorry for bringing in the whole COVID again, but one thing COVID has taught us is that you know, everything done in a rush is very stressful for everyone. If we had already with us a living will, where actually you know, my entire wishes for how my treatment should be, should I not be in a position to actually make that heard, you know, told, or you know, bring it out to my doctors, then they can refer to a living will. They can refer to the advanced directives. I think Srinivas, we seriously, all we doctors, especially the people in the geriatric field, Nazreen is here. I think we need to really look into this whole thing of living will. And I know about 3 years ago when I had brought up this issue, the legal, you know, the legal, I would say, fraternity was extremely wary of touching this topic. But now they are also sensitized to it. So I think we need to now bring it to all our senior citizen groups that they should make living wills. They should then this whole problem that what Gopal is saying, that if we are alone and we need to, somebody has to address our medical, treatment and decisions thereof, then already the doctor will have some idea that okay, this person does not want to be put onto a ventilator. This person does not want to have a dialysis done. So I think this is very, very important now, that the living will, and this is where I think all of us, all support groups should now make it extremely, accessible, sensitize people to it, and make it easy for people to make living wills.
Dr. Rekha, you have correctly said, I just now had completed my living will. But it started because,
sir.
Pardon?
Wonderful. That's wonderful.
Yeah. It so happened that about 3 years back, my son was hospitalized and one major surgery he has to undergo. So he made that is compulsory to make a living will. In fact, it was very difficult for us at that will. But then I took a copy of that one and I executed a living will. Whatever, as you said, including how my body should be treated after my death, donating to a hospital, even that I've written that.
I would just like to add at this point, Dr. Srinivas, may I please?
Yeah, yes.
हाँ, so मैं गोपाल जी के सवाल को और एक पहलू से देखना चाहती हूँ। शायद उनका ये भी कहना था कि हमको आदत है कि हमारे साथ कोई रहता है और ज़्यादा करके जो मेडिकल स्टाफ होते हैं वो रिलेटिव से ज़्यादा बात करते हैं, पर ये कल्चरल चीज़ है जो हमारे पास है। अगर आप वेस्ट में जाएंगे तो वेस्ट में मेडिकल स्टाफ पेशेंट से बात करते हैं। पेशेंट कितना भी बुजुर्ग हो, वो पेशेंट को पहले पूछते हैं आपको ये चाहिए या वो चाहिए या ये करेंगे या रूम बदलेंगे। पहले वो पेशेंट को बताते हैं कि आपका पॉजिटिव आया है या नेगेटिव आया है। यहाँ हमारे कल्चर में सब मेडिकल स्टाफ रिलेटिव्स को सब इन्फॉर्मेशन देते हैं और रिलेटिव जाके पेशेंट को बताते हैं कि तुम्हारा टेस्ट नेगेटिव आया है या तुम्हारा ब्लॉक है या ये। तो ये एक्चुअली जनरल थिंग, दिस इज नॉट अ मेडिकल प्रोटोकॉल। ऐसा कोई कहीं कोई किताब में लिखा है कि हर पेशेंट के साथ रिलेटिव होना चाहिए, पर ये एक बात है, ये हमने कैसे और क्यों इवॉल्व किया है शायद डॉक्टर रेखा ज्यादा अच्छी तरह से बता पाएंगी। दूसरी बात ये है कि नर्सिंग होम में या हॉस्पिटल में एक रिलेटिव को क्यों रहना पड़ता है, ये क्योंकि मैंने नर्सिस के साथ थोड़ा काम किया है इसलिए मुझे समझ में आया। और वो ये है कि स्टाफ की कमी होती है और सिस्टम्स इतने अच्छी तरह से हमारे हॉस्पिटल्स में इस्टेब्लिश्ड नहीं है। तो होता ये है कि दवाई लाना है या पेशेंट को कभी कुछ खाना खिलाना है, तो वो नर्स को टाइम नहीं है पेशेंट के साथ ये सब करने के लिए। तो अगर रिलेटिव होता है तो वो उनके पास ये इनको खाना खिला दो और ये 2 दवाइयाँ बाद में उनको दे देना। और नर्स जब रात को 10 साढ़े 10 बजे राउंड पे आएगी तब वो रिलेटिव से पूछ लेगी इनको 7 बजे दवाई दी थी क्या। So there is a staff shortage, there is a nursing shortage, and so actually relatives are required to go down, go to the chemist and go to the pharmacy, and many nursing homes don't have their own pharmacy. Actually relatives have to go sometimes 3 times a day. Whenever doctor has visited and written some medicine, then it is not available on the premises and relatives have to go down the road somewhere, closest pharmacy, purchase the medicine and come back. So the relative is actually required as a supplement and a complement to looking after the patient. So Gopal ji, actually these are some systemic problems also. चाहते हैं कि आपके साथ कोई रहे, तो वो ना तो हम सॉल्व कर सकेंगे डायरेक्टली, ना ही एक्चुअली हॉस्पिटल्स को ये तय करना पड़ेगा कि these are things, it's a service we should offer. And how they will offer, I don't know. Dr. Rekha is here. She has been dean of a very good hospital in Bombay. And these are some of the issues that I found. And recently, when my husband was hospitalized, he was not at all keen that I should stay in the hospital because it was COVID time. So he is 68 and I'm 66. So then he was telling the hospital staff, you please let my wife go home. And the nurse, she was totally taken aback. She said, नहीं, आपके साथ कोई तो रहना ही चाहिए. You have to stay.
No, hospitalized is one case, but even for a periodical heart test, if you have to go, they insist that there should be somebody,
Yeah,
So,
that is the medical culture. I don't know how we have evolved it. We want to talk to the relatives. We don't want to talk to the patient directly. And in the West, in fact, if you don't talk to the patient directly, the patient is insulted and the patient is not comfortable. Even to the extent people say, why did you tell my wife about this first? Why didn't you tell me first?
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
patient, it is the right of the patient to know first. But here we always think कि patient नाजुक है, patient का दिमाग काम नहीं करेगा, वो तो confused में रहेगा. We don't treat the patient as an adult. The moment a person becomes a patient, we treat them like a child. We keep them out of all decisions. It is not I don't know. Is it correct?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
culture, it is only cultural. I'm telling you,
Culture.
it is only cultural. It has
Culture.
nothing to do with medical protocol.
No, it's culture.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Professor Nasreen and Dr. Rekha. Anyone else has anything they want to ask or share?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Because when COVID was at its peak time, I had a very bad experience about one of my relatives. He was 82 years old and he was admitted in New Bombay for COVID. And he had mobile and he used to pass on the message to me rather than to his family members. So one day I got the message that please make arrangement for my funeral with 6 to 7 people in advance. As you have done for your mother and you are experienced about that, so please don't tell my relatives that I have passed you the message. Now I was in two minds what to do. And unluckily, after 7 days, he passed away. And so far, I have not told this thing to my relatives that I had received this message. So when this corona started, people are just had stress and anxiety. I am going to live or I am going to die. They were in two minds. And as hospitals were not allowing any relatives to stay with them, he had no idea what is going on with them. So it was very, very bad experience for me. And so far, I have not told them.
Now that he is no more, I think it's all right. You know, it doesn't now
Yeah.
it need not. But I can really appreciate, I can understand your dilemma to receive such a message. And it must have been a very difficult time for you.
Yeah, because immediately after every day I used to call him and talk to him. He says, I'm improving, I will come after 3-4 days. But on the 5th day when he passed the message, I was slightly shocked and I was also a little stressed. After all, we are all human beings. We cannot become so much this thing. Naturally, we go emotional. Yes. So I was in so much, whole day I was in stress, what to do, what not to do. And I just kept quiet. And then I received the message from his son only that such things happened. But I did not tell him that I have received the message. So that means people were so much stressed. People were not coming near the people to see whether we can pass through them. They were keeping so much safe distance at that time. everyone was in panic and everyone was afraid of that.
Right, sir. So hope now you are through that.
I am not at all, after some days, now I am very free mind. I was not at all, for one day I was stressed after I received his passing away. Sometime in my conscience it was biting me. I should have told them, but one mind says that it is better you did not tell. But if I would have told them, they were in fix. They would have thought something else. Arey, why he is telling like that? What we can do? So it was really, really dilemma.
Very difficult.
Actually, Srinivas, I would like to take this opportunity because, there's so many senior citizens here and we have senior people like Nazreen and Haridas and all these people here. There is we have done this. Dilasa did this last year. We actually demystified end of life issues. And I think we need to do this very often.
Yes, repeatedly. Yes.
If we demystify end of life issues, if actually we get to know, should we need to arrange a funeral, who do we contact? Yeah. If somebody's relatives are abroad and something like this happens, there are people who actually arrange the entire funeral for you. There are so many things. So Dilasa actually had with our 3 other networking partners of senior citizens, we actually had a program, wherein we demystified end of life issues, and that included all this. Included all this, and I think that is something that Srinivas, it would be wonderful if even through your support group, Nazreen to TISS, if we really take this up as a subject of demystifying end of life issues.
Dr.
Nobody should even feel.
Dr. Rekha, with your experience, you are always adding very relevant points. So earlier you said we need to have this session on, you mentioned some other topic. Now you are saying end of life issues.
Living will.
Living will, end of life issues. And another thing that Dr. Rekha is very passionate about, adult immunization. I think that these 3 things really, we have to talk about it.
Dr. Rekha, one correction. You called me senior citizen. I am just older youth. Joy. Just older youth.
Sir, that's wonderful to know, because being a doctor, I need to, my biological age, my chronological age, and my, my social age, I need to own up to it, you see. So, yeah. But anyway, I'm glad you're the older youth. I'm glad to know that. Yes.
Our club is named that in the society. We have got a club which is called Joy Club. Joy stands for just older youth.
Oh, how lovely. Very joyful name, very joyful name. Good.
So I'm very grateful, Dr. Srinivas, that you invited me today to this support group. To Dr. Rekha also, that she introduced me during her session, I think, Dilasa session. Thank you, Mrudula, for your talk. I now have to leave the meeting. Thank you very much. Wish you all a very good evening to all.
Thanks a lot, ma'am, for attending and providing a valuable guidance. Anyone else has anything to share? And if anyone can give has any suggestions on how we can improve the future sessions, so please let us know. Hello.
Yeah.
So,
this Jeshta Care, do you have a proper, is there an institution or a place for people to gather, or is it all services that are given outside?
So basically right now we have initiated proper home healthcare services where we provide the services at the patient's own home. And down the line, probably 8 months, 9 months down the line, we are going to come up with a setup which is going to be a combination of an active aging center, rehab, basically a transitional care, and hospice.
Okay, so if you have this center, where is it likely to be? Anything planned, or is it?
Yeah, initially it is going to be in Thane, and looking at how it goes, then we will probably have more setups.
Okay, I'm a doctor, so I thought if there's any need for a volunteer, I'm always ready.
Thanks a lot, ma'am, for offering
Lovely.
your services.
And she's also my wife.
Of course.
So I think with this, if anyone else has any suggestions, questions, please let us know. Or with this, we can end our first support group meeting.
Thank you, Srinivas. It was a great evening and great learning also. Thank you.
Thank you. Nice session.
Thank you everyone for your participation and lovely feedback.
Thank you, everyone. And soon we will let you know about our next session whenever we are planning it. The same will be conveyed to you. Thank you, everyone, for attending.
Thank you.